Good morning, Dogcruces. So we are out here once again with one of our clients of Dogcruces magazine, and this is one of those deals that you're glad that they are here when needed, but it's not something that we look forward to. You know, when we are, our pets, I always say, are never with us long enough. No matter how long they stay with us, it can always be longer. And we're here for Forever Friends Pet Services. It's part of the Getz funeral family. They're on Bowman and Solano. And a lot of people don't know that the services that they offer, when you lose a pet, they are here for you. They're here for you to help you with your burial needs or your cremation needs. So we're going to go inside and we're going to see if Chad Getz is here in the crew and see what they tell us. So, hey Claudette, how are you today?
Good, and yourself?
Good. It's been a while since we've seen you. We used to see you up at the shelter all the time, and
yes.
You're now working over here with Chad and the family. And excellent. Well, we came in to take a tour. We were talking outside about how none of us want to lose a pet, and we always. They're never with us long enough. And so here's Chad and Jesus are in here. How are you guys today?
Good. How are you today?
Good. So again, we were talking outside that it's always hard. Losing a pet is not something that any of us want to do, and they're never with us long enough. Whether it's 10 years or 15 years or 20 years. Cats get a little longer than dogs, but it's always a really hard deal to do, and you guys are here to help with that transition, and it's a really important thing that we do. So Chad, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the services that you guys offer? And while you're talking, I'm going to look around the room a little bit because there are quite a bit of things.
And I agree with you 100%. Everything that we do, we call them fur babies for a reason. Every pet that's lost is like losing a child, and so we really try and take that approach. Claudette here does wonderful as far as meeting with our families, as well as Jesus. Jesus is our crematory manager who takes care of your pet all the way through the process of cremation. Kind of the way we work, there's a few different ways you can contact if you take your pet to a veterinarian. You can have your veterinarian contact us and we can go pick up your pet at the vet's office. Bring him here. You can bring your welcome at any time. We're open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 8 to noon on Saturdays. We answer our phones 24 hours a day because we're part of Getz Funeral Home. So we transfer our phones over to the funeral home and we're always answering. But you can bring your pet directly into us. We have two different types of cremation that we provide. The first type is a communal cremation, which is where it's a little easier on cost if you're having some troubles with funding. It's $60, and that's from 0 to 90 pounds. So we try and keep, everything's done by weight, and so we try and keep within that. It's a big weight range for the communal. With that, you don't receive your cremains back of your pet. We do up to 500 pounds at a time, and your pet will be scattered on private land. The other package that we offer is private cremation. And so those go by weight as well. There's 4 different weights. The lowest being from 0 to 40 pounds is $110, and then it kind of goes up from there.
And when I was looking over here, so I'm going to stop you right there. So when they do this, you actually get the private cremation. It starts with all this, where you get the certificate of cremation. You showed us this. You get this little lapel pin, and I thought this was real neat, which is a little paw-looking print that you said we can bury, and it grows flowers, and then you get one of these pots depending upon the size. It's a cremation vessel.
Right.
They get one of those as well, so that's kind of neat that you get some stuff to remember and something that you can actually plant in the yard or plant in your house if you like to do it. And then when you look around the room, there are just so many other. I mean, we're walking around here, and there is just, you name it. One of the things I thought was pretty neat was you can actually send a photo, and I don't know, we'll get close enough here. You can see where they'll do the photo in here as an engraving, and then you can put the ashes inside of your pet. So that's kind of neat to have. Like we said, there's all kinds of things. You even showed for smaller animals, you have these biodegradable caskets.
Right.
We know that Doñana County Humane Society has a pet cemetery that they run, and so you could have it. So what if you wanted a little bit larger? Do they make them a little bit larger?
They do. We would have to order it.
We have to order it. Okay. But yeah, so you get a real idea here of all the different things you can do. There was jewelry.
These are one of the things that people really like. Let me open so you can get a little closer. This is actually called glass remembrances, and they're hand-blown glass that some of the cremains are inside of. And so you can see the little white speckles in there. That's a little bit of cremains. We send your pet's cremains off to a company, and they
okay, that's pretty neat.
So there's a lot of different keepsake jewelry, things like that you can have as well.
That's pretty neat. You know, one thing I want to mention that people may not realize is that in this recent issue of Dogcruces that's coming out next week, we were riding with the police department, and one of the police officers I was with, he mentioned the fact that he had a dog that he had retired, and the dog was with him for a few years, and when he passed away, you all, he called you all about coming to do it, and at no charge, you actually take care of those law enforcement animals.
Definitely, and it's not just law enforcement. If you have a registered service pet of any kind, whether it be a seeing eye dog, whether it be canine, anything, we do that for free.
Yeah.
As long as you have the certification,
sure.
then there's no charge for that.
And he could not stop going on about the dignity he felt with that whole process was just amazing to him.
Well, the biggest thing, our mission statement is we're caring for those who've spent a lifetime caring for you. And that's really what it is. We get people who come in and you get the big burly guy who's crying for hours because, you know what, this dog is giving him an unconditional love that, if I get mad at my brother or my parents or my dad, we can be mad for a day or two, but if you get mad at your dog, his or her head's in your lap in 5 minutes. It's an unconditional love that's not found anywhere else, and we understand that.
You know what? I'm looking at Chad right now in the video, and with that glowing thing behind him, you're like, he's like an angel.
Thank you so much.
So my camera stabilization system just went out on me, so it's going to get a little weird here. But Chad, before we leave, we just want to say thank you again for everything you do for everybody. But also, we just heard that you guys you just bought some property for a second human location.
Right, for our Getz Funeral Home. We're opening a second location up on North Rise and try and get that area a little bit more, or have us accessible to people a little more that are starting to build houses on the east side. And so we're going to be keeping our location here, our Getz Funeral Home that we've served for. My father started Getz Funeral Home in 1971, and
wow.
we've really been ingrained into the community for a long time. And so we want to continue to be able to serve that community. And so we'll keep our location here, but we will be opening eventually a second location up on North Rise between
Great.
Roadrunner and Rinconada.
Great. All right, so again, thank you guys for having us here. And a reminder, you said people are welcome, even if you're looking ahead, welcome to come take a tour of the facility. I know you guys have some extremely high standards as far as how you track the animals, and you are getting your remains back when you do a private one. So you are welcome to come in, meet the crew, and
one of the
take
big
a tour.
Things, and sorry to bring this up last, is a lot of people, whenever you're talking to your vets or you're talking to your providers or whoever you're going to be with that's helping you with your pet's loss, make sure that you talk to them, because a lot of places, this is a new thing, and a lot of places will say that they're giving you a private cremation, but they're actually giving you what's called a separate cremation, where you're having more than one pet in the machine at one time, but they're using dividers to keep them separated.
Gotcha.
With us, we're professional. We know what we're doing, and we know what's going on, and we understand that the compression and the movement that's in those machines means separate's not private. Right. So with us, whenever you pay for private,
it's private.
Your pet is the only one in the machine, period.
Great.
At that time.
Great. All right, well, we appreciate you letting us come by, and have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you very much for joining us.